Hey guys, welcome to another video. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's actually going to be an unboxing video. So if you're used to unboxing videos, you might not want to watch this because I'm not really a pro, but I'm going to do my best for you. But before I do get into the unboxing, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out my Instagram if you're on Instagram. I'm at literally Anika on there. And if you're watching this and you've never left me a comment before, definitely leave me a comment, say hi. I love seeing you guys comment on my videos and it's really, really nice to interact with some of the viewers of this channel. So if you haven't, just leave me one. All right, so this is what I have got. This is the Zhiyun Crane, or it's the Zhiyun Crane. I don't know, it's a little bit hard to pronounce. And basically it's a gimbal or stabilizer for the camera. And this is going to allow for really, really smooth footage. So this is the packaging right here. And it also, let's just open this. I've actually seen what it comes in. So I took a little bit of a peek. And it comes in this black briefcase. Actually makes me feel like a spy when I hold it. Okay, so it's not as exciting as what would be in a spy's briefcase. Actually, what is in a spy's briefcase? If you know, let me know in the comments down below. So now that we've got the box open, what is inside? So they've got a manual over here. We've got some batteries, 2 big batteries. There's also the charger as well, which is over here, and it looks like it is a USB charger, which is great, which means I can charge this on the go if I need to. Next, we have some screws over here, as well as a little plate. I think this is the mounting plate for the camera, so 2 screws and a plate. We've also got a little cylinder handle. I think the batteries go in here, and this is probably going to screw onto the gimbal. It actually feels really sturdy and well made, so that's good. And then we've got the main part, which is the gimbal. It's matte black, and yeah, I mean, it's made of like metal, like you guys can hear. It's like very well made, it's very sturdy, I can tell that it's like a good quality gimbal. Not that I've used gimbals before, but you know when you feel something and you can kind of tell that it's just like good quality. And then also on the bottom here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but you've got the handle with some buttons as well. So I'm guessing these are the buttons that you're going to use to change to the different modes. So we've got the mode button, the camera button, and a WT button, which I think is if you have a zoom on your camera as well. And there's also a little charging slot at the side, so if you need to charge your camera, you can charge it using this, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so now that we've got the contents out of the way, that's the easy part. Now it's time for the hard part, which is actually balancing the camera. But I have seen a couple of tutorials on this and I'm going to try it for myself, so wish me luck. So I've set it up like so. I have my Sony a6500, which I'm going to be balancing. The microphone's on there, the straps are off, the lens cap is off, the zoom is going to be all the way in. I've got my batteries and memory card in there, and so everything is how it should be when I'm going to put it on the gimbal. I'm also attaching the handle of the gimbal to a tripod so that I can put it on my desk and it's actually easier for me to balance when I don't have to worry about carrying it. So I definitely suggest getting a tripod that you can screw onto the bottom. I'm now going to screw on this handle. So what you want to do now is you want to position the gimbal so that this right motor is towards the right of you, and the back with the writing on it, if you guys have writing on yours, is facing your chest. That's that. And one thing I want to show you guys is where we're going to be putting the camera. So basically the camera is going to be placed on this plate. It's going to be screwed in with this screw over here, and the screw is basically going to go into this hole, just like that, in there with the camera, and it's going to screw into the little screw hole of my camera, okay? And the next thing that happens is basically this plate, although the camera is in here, this plate actually moves. If you play with this little screw over here, if you loosen it, it allows this plate to move in different positions, so forwards and backwards, and you'll have to find the correct position for your camera. And yeah, the way that you know this is when the camera kind of like stays in one place. I'll show you what you mean. It is a lot easier when you're doing it than to explain it. But let me just show you what I mean. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to screw the camera on. So this side of your camera, make sure that it is pretty much touching this side motor. So you want to push it up against there. You want to make sure that the camera is positioned straight, and then you want to flip it on its side. It's a lot harder trying to show you guys this, but flip it on its side, and then you just want to screw it, like I showed you just now, into place. So you want to make sure that it's straight, like that. It's as far this side as possible, and it's tight. And now we want to play with the position of the plate. So remember I said it can move forwards and backwards. So we want to unscrew the little knob at the bottom, and we want to move the plate so the camera doesn't fall forwards or backwards. So right now it's falling forwards, therefore we need to move the plate a little bit more back. Now it's moving a little bit backwards, now we need to move a little bit more forwards. Let's see that. Oh, it's still going forwards. This is just playing around, guys. You've just got to do tiny little movements until you find the correct position. Yeah, that seems about right. So we're going to tighten it in this spot because it seems to not be falling forwards or backwards. So once you've got that plate sorted, once you've got this sorted, you want to move on to this motor. Now this motor actually dictates if the camera is going to go like forwards or backwards. So it's the forward and backwards movement. And what the motor is basically this like second circular section over here, and this is the gimbal. So you can actually hold on to this while you test this motor. And what you do is we're going to unscrew this screw. And what happens when you unscrew the screw is it actually controls this arm, and it allows it to go up and it allows it to go down. And you're just going to be playing with the position of the arm until the camera balances. So what you want to do to balance this one is face your camera downwards, and it should stay in this position when I let go. Let's try that. Okay, it's swinging. Therefore, we need to change the position. So let's unscrew this screw, and obviously it controls this arm. So let's push it up a little bit and see what happens. Nope, it's still swinging. Unscrew. Move it a little bit up, more up. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's still going. So basically, guys, you just want to play around with this little handle until it doesn't swing anymore. Perfect. So as you can see, whichever position I place it in, it kind of just stays. So that's balanced. The next thing we want to do is we want to balance this motor. Oh no, my camera's overheating, so I might have to switch. I might have to cool it down in a second, but we're going to now go to this back motor, which controls this arm over here, and you're going to use this screw to loosen this arm. So what this back motor does is it controls the tilt of the camera. So it basically controls the side to side movements. So for example, if I let the camera go right now, it's going to go to one side. Whoop, it's going that way. It shouldn't do that. It should stay in any position that I put it. That way we know it's balanced. So let us unscrew this back screw and see if we can find the position where it's balanced. Okay, so we're going to move it like that. We'll see if that works. If not, we can just keep playing. It's all about playing. Okay, it's still not completely, it's still swinging a little bit. Let's move it like here. Let's see what happens with that. What's happening with this? This seems to be okay. See, as you can see, any position that I put it in, it stays. So you've now balanced the side to side movement. Okay guys, so the last thing we're going to do is we're going to be balancing this motor over here, and this motor is probably the trickiest one, and it controls this arm over here, and it's basically for panning movements. So what you want to do is you basically, I'm just going to crouch down like this. If I lean this gimbal backwards like this, the camera shouldn't swing, the camera should stay in place. So what you want to do is you want to play with the arm underneath here so that when you move it backwards, let's just move it really back and see what happens, so it doesn't swing. So let's just test this now. See, I moved it in and it's swinging a lot less. Actually seems to be okay. Like that doesn't even swing at all. So you're basically playing with this arm until everything doesn't swing. Actually, let me just try that again. How did I get that in one go? Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's all balanced. Yay! So I hope you guys understood what I was doing that whole time. I tried to explain it as best as I can. I really hope I've done it correctly. And like I said, you just got to play around with it. You just got to play around with the different movements. I'm going to put the batteries in now, and I'm going to show you what it looks like once the batteries are in. So yeah, let's go. So once it's balanced, put the batteries in, press this little button over here, and if you keep it pressed, it should turn the gimbal on. And you are in business. It's now time to go play with your gimbal. Woo! That was the balancing. I'm really, really excited to take this out and actually use it. I hope this was useful for you guys. It was a girls' beginners review, I guess a girl's unboxing and a girl's balancing. I haven't seen it before, so if you're a girl watching and you've got one of these, let me know in the comments. And I just hope that I did an okay job. I hope you guys at least learned something. If you did like it, just give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!